Welcome back, everyone, and I hope y'all had a great weekend. Hope you're ready for another awesome week. If you're starting school or have been in school for a week or two now, I hope that's going well. Uh, make sure make sure to study well, but don't forget to have fun. Um, I am at Bastion Manor Ranch, I should say, if y'all remember. Pretty sure you do. It was just last week. But actually, the funny thing is, yeah, that was awesome. I've actually sort of moved back to Selkirk and have been getting a lot of building projects done. Reason for it was another friend of mine. He actually, I think I mentioned it last week. He recently joined the server and he moved to Selkirk. He's the first other player to actually move to my city. So it kind of gave me motivation, I guess, and brought that spark back. And I've been working on the buildings again. Got a good bit accomplished. Funny thing is, a couple days ago, actually it was last week, and the days just kind of merged together. But last week I had gotten like 7, 8 buildings put up. Um, I haven't focused on interiors. I've just been putting on the exterior. I'll go back and do interiors. Although a couple in the past I have done interiors. But anyways, I accomplished so much, and then I found out. I was walking down the street towards Lone Co Farms, and saw the cartographer's building or house, whatever shop. The entire roof and tower's roof was gone. The steeple was kind of floating in the air, and I was like, "What in the world? Was someone on here and a creeper came and blew it up, and they or what?" And they just didn't tell me. But no, apparently lightning strikes buildings and burns wooden roofs. And I've been playing Minecraft for who knows how long, and I just learned that. It's funny how you still learn something new no matter how long you've been playing. But I know most of you probably already know that too, but just for those of you who don't, a forewarning. So I went around town adding lightning rods all over the streets. So hopefully that'll save them. But I didn't do that until after I had redone the roof and the tower, and it went ahead and used that time to put up the interior and move 2 villagers who've been in the streets in the second district, move them up to the first district where the cartographer house is, and give them jobs as cartographers there. And I got that all completed, and I was heading back, and lo and behold, if I could speak English, uh, I saw another building, like the entire second floor roof and all was decimated, except for the white concrete walls. And that house I actually had already done the entire interior thanks to the tutorial. I'd continued on. I'd finished the YouTube tutorial and done the entire interior, and now I have to do it all over again. Well, not all over again. At least I have the first floor, but still, that was kind of discouraging. I'm like, my friend, his name's Michael, though his user is Batman with a whole bunch of numbers after it. I told him, I was like, I thought real life was the one that was the time that you made accomplishments and then you had setbacks, not video games. I play video games to escape, and it's funny that I'm just walking back and forth as I'm talking to y'all. But anyways, so I had to take a breather from that, and I'm doing recording now. So I'm going to go back to focus on It's pretty hilarious though. Since I've been away, Brianna hasn't been able to grow up, so I'm waiting on her. Flashmane and Starbolt were her parents. Okay, so I guess the goal for today is to go find another horse. Maybe. Let's see. Can I do this? Let's see. Cassius and Scathach had Stormheart, and Stormheart and Rainfire had Starbolt. Okay, so they're all related. We don't want to breed horses that are related. That's not good. Anyways, so I think Brianna, who should be your mate? I should have already checked in lists of names because remember I told you last week that I'm naming all these horses after horses that have played roles in my books that I've written and published, and also my fan fictions for my Patreon subscribers. Let me go through it real quick. Scathach is named after uh, a horse in my Skyrim fan fiction, or Elder Scrolls fan fiction, I should say, because it's a series actually. It's gonna take place through the entire world of Tamriel and beyond. Cassius is in my first book in my longevity series. Um, the first book's name is Revelation. It's basically my own version of werewolves and vampires, only they're called Wolfborn and Spawn. Um, Rainfire is in my Dungeons and Dragons fan fiction series for my Patreon. Both the Elder Scrolls and Dungeons and Dragons fan fictions are they come out a chapter or half a chapter uh, on every 15th and 30th of each month. Um, so yeah, and that's for my top three subscribers. But yeah, go ahead and make sure you check my Patreon out. I just actually revamped it and I'm doing a special push soon. But yeah, in Stormheart, he is also in the Dungeons and Dragons. He's actually my main character's horse, Sir Eldwin Rivaro. He who is a half elf paladin. Um, Flashmane, you know, Flashmane. Okay, my mind's drawing a blank. I think it's another character's horse in my Dungeon and Dragon series. It just has he hasn't come into play yet. Only Rainfire and Stormheart have where I'm at in my writing series. Starbolt is wow. I'm pretty sure Starbolt is in my Elder Scrolls. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Starbolt is one of my Skyrim horses because you can get a horse from every hold in the actual game Skyrim, and Scathach was one, Starbolt was another. Brianna is in my second book in my longevity series. Independence is the name of the book. She is my main character's horse. My main character is a Wolfborn, and the Wolfborn race actually their lifespan averages 1100 years. So he was, he naturally he outlasts his horses. Cassius was his first horse, who actually, if I remember correctly, went on the second crusade with him. And then Brianna, if I remember correctly, was a descendant of Cassius, possibly. I don't remember exactly. She was his horse in book two when he was fighting the Scottish War for Independence. Hence why it's called Independence. But anyways, that's the update, refresh, reminder. I'm going to go look for another horse for Brianna. I'm going to take Scathach again. How about I take Cassius? Why don't I take Cassius this time? Give Scathach a break. Oh, that was weird. All right. Oh, and naturally, of course, I decide to head out right as the sun is going down. Spent a whole day just jabbering. Wow, I didn't think I talked so much. Anyways, up to Betty Bye. Right. Now we go back down. We go get Cassius. And then we head out. And if I remember correctly, instead of going towards Glimmercrest, or Mansfield, I should say, it comes first. Instead, let's head. Ooh, 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 ooh. Almost forgot. Need one leash. Uh, hmm. Yeah, we'll think of the name when we find the horse, because I do want fast ones. Cassius is a good speed. I think Scathach is a little faster, but still, I mean, I like the faster ones. I don't know who would want the slow ones. Oh, fun note. Last week, my family and I actually watched the Minecraft movie. It was pretty hilarious. But it actually made my brother, Jacob, who owns this farm, want to play again. He hadn't played in forever. So he played a little bit. And the funny thing was, he decided to take the rail and said, and then he, I don't think he had his bed, his spawn set at his farm. So he just died sometime and ended up at Origin and was taking the rail back. And then he saw, oh, that's my place. And he, by the time he figured out how to jump off, because he hasn't played in forever, he forgot the keys. Um, he had already done past it, and then I think he jumped off and died again, and ended up back at Origin. So then he decided to go a little ways and build a cave home, start over somewhere else. Oh yeah, I decided since that's on his land, I wouldn't follow that one. I kind of want another. Actually, let's get. Let's. I know Wildheart is another horse. I need to actually write them all down. I'll probably do that after I close out this episode. But let's just say I'm going for Wildheart, since that's the one that's on my mind. Oh, and there's also another black horse named Shadow, and he's in my Elder Scrolls fan fiction as well, because he was a horse. He was my first horse. If I remember correctly, he was my first horse that I bought at Whiterun Stables, and he actually got killed when we were climbing a mountain road in over near Markarth, and some Forsworn attacked me and shot him off a cliff. It was very, very sad. I didn't know it happened until after I won the skirmish, and I turned around and looked, and there's my horse dead on the rocks below. It was really sad, but I ended up putting that in my fan fiction series. Um, but that won't happen here because there are no Forsworn. There's pillagers. I just thought of that. That's funny. No, we won't take Shadow on any pillager rates. In fact, we won't take any horse on our pillager rates. There's Origin. I think I've gone. Oh, you know what? Might as well just go. Because horses don't spawn in taiga biomes. They spawn mostly on plains. Let's say Wild Heart. Could be a white horse. Maybe a white horse a dusky white horse. How about that? Okay, here's plains. Yeah, I need to actually. I don't know. I was hoping Mr. Lonely Fox would actually work on the rail, but he's just been busy at Funland and on the dojo. I think I've been over here actually looking for horses. There's a horse. Not a white horse, though. It's a black horse with spots. Oh, there's more. Wait, why are all these frogs over here? They came from the swamp. Why did they? Why didn't they stay in the swamp? That's weird. I wonder what that's from. I wonder why they decided they wanted to leave the swamp. Should we get one with white socks? Oh no, I was going for white dusky. Let's do that. Shadow is all black. No markings. Didn't make you tick. More chestnuts. That was dangerous. That's a brown. Let's see. White. I'm pretty sure I've seen my. Yep. Just as I said. But I want a white dusky. Although I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be too picky because what if the only white dusky I can find is, I totally forgot. I'm supposed to bring a second saddle with me. Did I? Yes, I did. Doo-doo-doo. Come on. All right. You're decent, but you're not what I want. All right, come on, Cassius. Any other right horses? I've seen a few over here. Yep, there's a white dusky. Watch him be even slower. Yep, called it. So do I keep searching? Hey, I found Jacob's cave. It is what it is. House by Jacob. Yep, I put that there. See if he gets on later. My friend, it's early enough in the day when I'm recording this. My friend Michael might actually hop on. I have to let him know I'm recording. But yeah, I know Jacob's at work, so he won't be hopping on. Okay, white sheep, white sheep. I want white horse. Dusky, preferably. Huh! Okay, I want to go this way. Can I get over there to those plains this way? See, this is why I like faster horses, because they get me places faster. It's kind of a is what it is thought. Glad I built this bridge. There's Garrig Hill. We're almost almost to Selkirk. I did not want to go this far because I have to bring the other horse. on the leash, on a lead. Yeah, I have to go through the swamp, don't I? Well, hopefully this actually has land all the way there. Yes, it does. Yay. Alright, any white horses? No, but there's dark brown. Maybe Wildheart is a dark brown. I don't know, Wildheart just feels like a white horse name. I don't know why, and it's almost nighttime. So I shouldn't be meandering out here for much longer. I'm not meandering, I'm hunting. I'm not hunting, I'm searching. I'm pretty sure I brought a bed with me. Actually, I'm not 100% positive. I hate riding through trees. Okay, I'm gonna see if I have a bed with me. I do. No, no, not that way. So, plains, let's see. What was the one thing I didn't like about this area between um, Glimmercrest and Selkirk? Because there's a lot of swamps. But the one swamp near Selkirk, I'm actually going to use that. It actually has a benefit. Slimes. I'm going to build a slime farm there. Pretty sure that won't happen until I'm actually done with the city building, or at least while I'm working on the warehouse district. Give me a little break from the city building. But I'm actually, I think, 5 buildings away from completing the second district, and then all three districts, all three first three districts will be complete, except for most of the buildings don't have interiors. Um, and then there's the warehouse district, and then the South Island district. Michael has taken over that a little bit. He's been building a little bit on there, which is fine. Um, it's awesome having a friend living in the same city as me. At least in Minecraft. But um, don't want to go down there. Who knows what lies at the bottom or how deep it is? I can't see. Okay, no horses over here, so I guess I'm gonna have to go back. Oh yeah, I have to finish that causeway. I don't remember what it's called. My English is escaping me. But basically, I need to get a little windmill or something to pick up the water and send it down there into the mine. You can see the mine, which is next to the warehouse district in Selkirk. It's pretty cool. Like, I can't wait to show it. Um, which that might be in just a couple weeks when I start giving the tours. I won't wait till after I have the interior set up. Something blew up there. I'll go ahead and give the tour before I'm completely done with the interiors. I just won't show you the interiors. But I did actually start a gunpowder farm. Actually built it without using a tutorial. It's just the basic one that I've built before. The one is the type that I built at Glimmercrest, only it's underneath the town armory and barracks. But I was so focused on trying to make sure it was far enough away from any other mob spawning like the iron farm that I dug it, I think, too deeply because I noticed that while I'm working, like I figured while I was working on the buildings in the second district, I was close enough. that they would spawn, but I would go back and check, and nothing had come up. Um, so it was it was a rookie build. Not to mention the shaft that I used to send the gunpowder up, so that I don't have to go all the way to the bottom. Which I should probably go ahead and just do that, um, and I probably will. But right now, I have it so that there's a winding staircase going down the pit, so that and then you can just AFK there for a little bit. Oh my goodness! Someone was walking along this way and got blown up and didn't fix it. That's probably when Jacob went and got his, found his cave house over there. Oh well, I'll fix that later. Not too big of an issue. But yeah, let's see. What was I saying? Oh, so I guess like for now we just have to AFK. We can't just like what we do at Glimmercrest. We can't do that. I did have an idea for the safety deposits in this bank down here. Why don't I have any of these ones in here? If I remember correct, oh wait, yeah, because I have the shulkers, I don't think I can actually use the idea. My idea was to use iron trap doors, and then the way to open them is you're given your own lever or key, so that you bring your key and you attach it and open the iron trap door so that you can actually get into your safe. That was my idea, but that might not actually work with shulker boxes. So I don't know. Why don't I have any villagers, any bank tellers working? They should be working here. Get this out of here. See if I had bank guards, they would keep them from doing that. Bye bye. That's one thing that kind of bugs me with Minecraft. The only way I could get a city. Oh man, another blow up. I'm so surprised that it didn't damage the railway. Guess I'm gonna have to light that up too. Oh well. I don't know, like. Anyways. Back. Oh yeah, I need to take villagers to Fort Secession. I need a villager farm. I've never built a villager farm. Usually they just spawn enough when I give them enough jobs and beds, but even Selkirk, I had a whole bunch of villagers living on the street under a canopy waiting for to be moved into houses or whatever. And I did move those too the other day, but there's still 3 left. But see, the thing is I used there used to be more than 5 on the street. There were quite a few on the street. I'm gonna try this direction. I might actually turn this into a 2-part. More black horses. I might go ahead and get Shadow instead. Why not do that? I'll go ahead and get Shadow. He was all black. Go ahead and get Cassius back. Get over here. Yep, there's an all black horse. Hopefully it's actually dusky. So that's like a Scathach. I don't want him dusky. I want him just solid black. But anyways, You have white socks. Whee! Ouch. Sorry, buddy. Didn't think it was that high. See, I keep losing my train of thought. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a second episode. So I'm going to stop this right here. And I'll see you all on Friday.